Right, Prusik knots. Carl Prusik is the originator of it. The cord and the rope diameter that you're climbing, and the Prusik loop length, and the age of the rope and the age of the Prusik loop all make a difference. This is the very kind of basic Prusik knot that he originated, and that's all I'm going to use. There are, I don't know how many types of knots and even metal gizmos to ascend the rope, but this is a good foundation to understand what it's about. There are loads and loads of different knots to ascend ropes with. This is kind of the most basic. This is a Prusik loop. This is called a 3-rack Prusik. Years ago we used to do 2, but now it seems everyone does 3. Don't ask me why. But the knot has to be set, symmetrical and tidy. There's a thing about Prusiks where people say you lock it and then unlock it. That's locked. Knock it off, unlock it, slide it, and then lock it and set it before you weight it. That's a loop tied together with a double stopper knot. This is how I operate, and that is simple, clean, single overhand knot. And you do that because you can do that. You can use that cord for something else. So you could abseil from it, tie it into bolts, and it's not really very difficult to undo. That's its disadvantage, because you have to check it all the time, and when you tie it you need to keep it tight by tying each strand tightly. It needs a long tail. Simple, clean overhand knot. Very versatile, but it needs to be checked all the time. And if you haven't got a habit of checking everything, then don't do it. Tie one with a double stopper knot, and then that'll see you okay forever. To apply these two, again, a couple of wraps and another. Set it, tidy it, make sure it's tight, and it'll work. The second one is a long piece of cord. Oh, we haven't got that yet. Crab, do it up. Notice I didn't do the crab up. When I check there, I notice and do it up. 2-stage check on the carabiner. Squeeze it crossways rather than just check the gate. That you get a habit of doing that once you've done it a long time. This is a long piece of cord, still stored around the harness, much longer. It also serves as tack. You can abandon, you can cut it into pieces, you can thread it through an Ablakoff thread, and you can gradually shorten it and lose bits of it as you descend if you're bailing somewhere. So a long bit like this is really handy. It also serves as a long Prusik if you need a leg loop, a foot loop to stand in. Same knot. This is the most basic way to do it. When I tied that, the ends will become different, but that's no big deal as long as you leave enough spare just to stand in. Bear in mind that these 2 knots are not really there to suspend you in isolation. We'll get to that. So first one, suspending on the rope. Really long leg loop that's dead easy to stand into from the start. Knock it, untie it, not untie it, just loosen it off, stand in it, slide it, set it, and ascend. Okay, here we go. It's quite strenuous. Slide it up, sit in it, move the leg loops. Seat each knot every time. Slide. Okay, stop there. Once you got going, the shorter you can do that leg loop, and rock over and stand up in it. This has got a bit shorter. It's not as short as I could do, but it's just a demonstration. Then when you stand up, you get a really big bound with the rope. Notice the cross gate there, I just knocked out the way. So this time you get a high step and you get big steps to go up. This is the crucial bit, because as soon as you build up a loop, if the top prusik that you're suspended by is cut or runs against a sharp rock, that can let you down. So what you do, you put a clove hitch into a loop, and it's a clove hitch behind you. As soon as you build up another loop, you don't undo it, you feed the rope through. This is the thing that backs up the whole event, is that the suspension by the Prusik loops is only temporary, and what you're backing it up with is what you're attached to the rope with. Feeding it through, tighten it up, seat the knot. So if you fall, that's as far as you can go.